Hello everyone, welcome back to my new video, and in this video we are talking about the two very similar terms or in Revit but has totally different properties. So those terms are mark and type mark. So what is exactly the mark and what is exactly the type mark? The one is the type property, which is the type mark, and the other one is the instance property, which is the mark. So how do we use these two properties when we're working on a project, and why do we require these two terms in Revit? And I will show you that on the sample project that you see on my screen. So you can see I have two doors placed with the same type, which is D1, and if I select the door, you will find the type mark under the edit type properties dialog box. So if you click on that, you will find the type mark here, which is type mark D1, and same goes for this door, which is D1. If you go to edit type, you will find the D1 type mark. So the type mark can be same for different types because it's a type mark. And what is the mark? Mark is the instance properties, and as you know, you always find the instance properties in the properties dialog box. So in the door properties dialog box, you can find the mark over here. This is a built-in instance parameter, and with this parameter you can assign different mark to the same type of door. And why do we want to have a different mark for the same type of door is basically for every element we want to have a unique ID. For example, a mark is a unique property. We can give a unique mark to every door, and that help us to place a door on a site. And sometimes we can give a mark which says 1 2 3, and or we can give a mark that comes from the room number. So once we have a door mark from a room number, and that helps us to place a door on site, and when people are working on site, they see this is the door mark, and this is coming from this room, the room number. It helps them to place that door on site. And about the type mark is basically a mark that we give to a specific type, like a D1, like a door with single frame and single shutter with the same kind of material and everything. So that's the type mark. And type mark helps us to order the door from a manufacturer. So one helps us to order a door from a manufacturer, which is a type mark, and the mark helps us to give a unique ID to a door. Yeah, that's the basic difference between the type and the type mark, and this is why we need these two parameters, and this is how these two parameters help us on the project. And I hope this clears your confusion about the type and the type mark, and I will see you in next video. Thank you.